Oh my gosh, who is this? Oh, hi boss. How are you? Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm gonna have to call out this week. I'm in the hospital. Mm-hmm. Have you guys seen that reel though? It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Cry if I want to. Cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. I'm literally hearing my bestie Chandler right now say, cause a scene. Cause a whole scene. You just might. You are feeling a little sprinkle, sprinkle, a little extra, extra, and I'm here for that. I'm hearing, let me live. Just let me live. I'm calling out. I can't pick up the phone. I'm not coming to work. I'm being resuscitated. Something is bringing you back to life this week. And someone's entering, not Empress mode, pretty close though, it's like princess mode. You're like, I'm a princess. I don't care if you're male, female, this is your princess era where you're not only very youthful, but you're just giving, it's mine, mine, and it's going to be my way or the highway. It's giving terrible twos. God is putting us in the hot seat right now because you are leveling up, but you have to have some fun to get there. Have you been seeing 444, 1111, or 111 everywhere you go? Let me know in the comments. You're done doubting yourself. You've been going through so many level ups. You are about to become the princess or prince of everything. It's like, you know, when there's this snotty little prince or princess, that is what you are giving. Cause a scene. Thank you, Chandler, for that channeled message. Okay, I will be linking his channel down below. He also offers private readings and has 2 channels, one regular channel and one Virgo channel. So, yeah. If you guys missed yesterday's message, which was a live stream, skirt, what were you doing, though? What were you doing? The title is Buckle Up. I'm about to remind you of who the F you are. It was a live stream. I apologize in advance. I was having microphone issues. It's the end of Mercury. Bloop, 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 boopity boop. And it always goes out with a bang for me. So my mic was like clicking and I just couldn't control it. But it's still an amazing message. So if you need part 1 of this, you might want to go back one. But yeah, you are learning a lot of things about yourself. You are learning how to be more gentle and more childlike. So I'm not trying to offend anybody by saying this prince or princess and just knowing what you want and just being very decisive. You're just going to cause a whole scene, a whole commotion. Affirm it below. I'm ready to cause a whole commotion. I'm ready to cause a scene. I'm hearing that you're going to be making obscene amounts of money. You are coming out of a hole. There was a rabbit hole you went down. If you were dealing with an ailment, an illness, you were grieving the loss of someone, you went down a rabbit hole so far, you were like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. And now, guess what? You are being resuscitated. Affirm it below. I am being resuscitated. I am being revived. I am being rejuvenated. So your life is like coming back with like a pop of color, a burst of just like this vibrant 4K energy. You are, I don't know, you're going through this youthful metamorphosis where you're looking very young. It's like you woke up, you know how they say like you woke up like this? You woke up like 20 years younger. Just saying, whoever this is for, you woke up 20 years younger. Tell me I'm lying. Better not tell me I'm lying because I know I'm not. But tell me, okay? You woke up 20 years younger. And now I know that you know that there's this transition. I'm trying to get out the words. I know that you know this transition is happening, but you're still very unsure because it's just different. It looks different. It feels different. And so you're kind of like, I don't know how this is going to look. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I like it. It's like getting a new wardrobe. It's like getting a new home, like having to get used to like where things are. I'm seeing that you're doing a mega amount of decluttering. So not only are you in this youthful energy, you are clearing the way. You are making way for a new life. You are my silent millionaires. You are my millionaires and billionaires in the making, because we need to compartmentalize, I think that's the word, all of these different things. If we want abundance, because scarcity is contagious and we don't have time for that, we need to put things in different places so we have room. We need the room for this abundance to come in. If we got a whole bunch of clutter, our mind's a mess, our house is a mess, our plans are a mess, where is all that abundance going to go? Where is that soulmate going to go? If you are single, but saying you're ready to mingle, but you got your planner, a backpack, and a whole snack plate on the passenger side of the bed, wherever your bed is, the passenger side, where is your soulmate going to fit? I'll wait. As your spiritual accountant, where are they going to go? If your backpack and your snack plate and your little tablet for your Netflix is to the passenger side, where are they going to go? We have to make room. Your abundant mindset, your youthful abundant mindset, is going to bring in lovers, soulmates, soul tribe, besties, maybe even some new pets, abundance. You are this magnet for it. So you are manifesting at a rapid rate, whether you want to or not, and you are either going to attract more mess or what you've been asking for. You're just going to be a little bit more mindful. So I see you guys getting organized. Whatever it is that you always wanted to do to your home. I'm getting a lot of home vibes. If there have been things that you've been wanting to do to your home, the simplest bit of organization can make you feel like you have a new house, a new room, a new kitchen. You guys might be getting new light fixtures, new doorknobs, new handles. You might be getting new containers for your shoes or your hats. You might be buying like a new trash can, a new vanity. There are things that you're looking at that's going to make you feel like a princess or a prince. You are building a life fit for a king, but you need to be in this youthful prince or princess like transition mode, phase, whatever. You need to be in that mode of like stomping, causing a scene, ruffling feathers. And so it's like we're being put in the hot seat, but we're being given an opportunity to really spoil ourselves like our parents never did. Okay, if you guys grew up like me, it was hard. Okay, when I was growing up, I didn't have school supplies. I didn't have new clothes for school. I got picked on a lot and bullied. I had to learn how to fight at a very early age. And I just felt so low because I didn't have any parental supervision from the age of 6 to almost 11. I didn't know how to do my hair. I didn't know, there's the famous dirt bike. He's on the move. He's on the move. But I didn't have any of those things, and I really felt like, dang, this sucks. Then when I went to go live with my mom, I had some clothes, but I had like 3 outfits on rotation, and I still got picked on throughout junior high and high school. And even though I had 3 jobs, my mother would not let me buy clothes from the mall. She would only let me get clothes from the thrift store. She would let my sister get new clothes, but she would make me shop at the thrift store, even though I had the money to buy nicer things. And it was terrible. I just remember being like, not wanting to be envious, but like a little bit envious. So I had friends, I had 2 close friends. They knew how my mom was. Other people refused to see it because they accepted all the gaslighting and everything that comes with being, around an evil, wicked stepmother. Some people like them, and your real ones, your real friends, don't F with them at all. So the 2 real friends that I had, they would collectively bring me clothes when we would walk together to school, especially when I got to high school. So I started practicing when I was going through junior high. She would check my backpack. I'm not even kidding. She would check my backpack to make sure that my little sister wasn't borrowing clothes to me, because in the beginning I would pay my little sister to borrow her clothes that were from the mall. I'm like, hey, if you let me borrow this shirt and these jeans, like, I'll give you some money. And she was like, okay. Then my mom started going through my backpack and realizing, like, oh, she's being real sneaky. So I was always treated like this bad child. And that was like the extent of bad things that I did, was hiding some, nicer clothes. Not even anything crazy or immodest, just trying to get by. You guys know how hard it is as an adolescent, especially when you don't have things. And so my friends started to see this. And so what they would do is they would meet me when we would be walking for school, and then I would get changed at one of their houses, or I would get changed at school. And then they would walk home with me from school and I would change again. And so they would let me borrow their tennis shoes, their jeans, their shirts, all of like the stuff that was trending that I wasn't allowed to have. And I will still forever be so grateful for those friendships, because they really helped me get by in high school, because I didn't get by in junior high, barely at all. I got made fun of so bad. Sorry, we're going into a soliloquy, I know, but it's all going to be wrapped up in a bow. So in this story time, I remember there was this football player in junior high, and he was very popular, and he wanted me to be like his girlfriend. I didn't really know what that meant, but I was like, okay, I just thought it was going to mean that we were going to hold hands and stuff. Come to find out, he's got a couple girlfriends, and he's hooking up, sleeping with those other girlfriends. And so he goes to kiss me, and I'd never kissed anybody, ever. I was like, I froze. And he tried to like, make out. I was just like, So then, one of like my many arch nemesis at school was making fun of me. Brittany doesn't know how to make out. Brittany doesn't know how to make out. Da, 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 da. And it was mortifying. Literally mortifying. And that's just like one of the things that happened to me in school. But riddle me what? All of those people that looked down on me in junior high, all of those people that looked down on me in high school, they're not laughing now. They're not so smug now. They ain't got smirks on their faces now. So when I met my husband, like, we had gone to high school together, but we were not high school sweethearts. He was the most popular kid at my high school. He played football, basketball, baseball. Like, he played every sport. He was a star athlete, and he had a lot of girlfriends. But there were a lot of people that I grew up with. The one friend, my first friend when I moved to this state, when I moved to be with my mom, she was my very first friend. She was also a close friend of my now husband. And when he went to take me out on a date, he was like, I'm trying to like remember her from high school. Like, I know I've seen her, but like, I'm kind of nervous. And they were like, oh my gosh, like, she's so hot. Like, we've known her since we were 12. Like, go out with her. And he was like, okay. And it was the most magical first date ever. But besides the point, you guys are going through this season of remembering what it was like to have these dreams, to be activated, but not being able to make a move or do anything with it. Knowing what aesthetic and what wardrobe you would love to wear, but not being able to do that. And we talked a lot about that in yesterday's live stream. So if you haven't seen it, that will be a great extended or part 1 for you. You no longer have to jar those dreams because you are the baller on a budget, but you are now going to attract more abundance. There is something that you have to unlock. You are being put in a very youthful hot seat of going back on this timeline to when you were younger and certain things that you didn't get to work through or be or do or wear. I'm getting that so strongly. So was it a certain style of clothes? Was it being able to wear your hair a certain way? Was it being able to shop certain places or do certain things? We all had different childhoods, but light workers especially, most likely, no matter who raised you, you guys did not have it easy. Affirm it below. If you resonate with my childhood and what I just explained to you and what I just channeled, let me know in the comments. Claim it by saying, I graduated from the School of Hard Knocks. You graduated from the School of Hard Knocks. You are being put in the hot seat to be gentle with yourself because you got it going on. You are becoming the princess. You are becoming the prince. You are becoming the prom king or queen. And everybody sees you as stunning and amazing. I remember all the people I had crushes on when I was in school. I never thought it would be, my husband would be my husband. I just never even, like, my brain could not go to that capacity. But everybody else that, like, I crushed on, they've all played sports with my husband. And they're like, I hope you're not going to beat me up because she had a crush on me in 8th grade. And he's like, not worried about you. You know what I mean? But people were scared. Once I became his fiance, they were like, I've known her since I was 12, but I never hooked up with her. I never looked at her. I never talked to her like that. I never disrespected her, like, though she did have a crush on me. Things are just so different. You're flipping the script. How you lived then is what you always knew your life would be. It would be magical. There would be a day where you would be vindicated and you wouldn't feel like the ugly duckling. You wouldn't feel like you were barely getting by. Trust your intuition right now that you are going to plant different seeds. You are going to plant different seeds to activate all of the dreams from your childhood. Seriously. I used to have to hide money when I was a teenager. I would work as a cardio kickboxing instructor. I would teach little kids karate. I was like a Mary Kay secretary. I was a nanny, a babysitter. I worked for a wedding photographer. I had many jobs. And I was always trying to, like, stash money because my mother would take it. Okay. I grew up Southern Baptist with my father, and I grew up Mormon with my mother. And so she was like, this needs to go to tithing, this needs to go to the missionary fund, this needs to go to this, but she was pocketing a lot of that. Don't even get me started. Let me know in the comments if you guys also had parents that they signed birthday checks over to themselves. They might still do that now. Let me know if you guys have parents like that. I mean, it's terrible, it's awful, but it happens. Don't worry, they're going to get justice for that. But yeah, this is a season where the fake emperors, the people that were cool back then, I mean, my husband was cool back then and he's still freaking cool now. And everybody knows it. Like, where I live, everybody knows who my husband is. Like, damn near everybody. We went to a really big high school and he also played college sports. So we can't go a lot of places without somebody, like, knowing who he is. And I'm grateful that he's mine. And I don't really think like, oh my gosh, I'm so lucky, but there's a lot of girls that don't like me anymore. Not that they liked me anyways, but they're really rude to him. There are so many people that have tried to break up our marriage, break up our engagement. You guys bring it up out of people, cause a scene. Don't forget how freaking gangster at the top of the list you are. And the people that you're going to attract are going to let your inner child shine. Not the people from the past. The people that are supposed to be in your life right now. One reason I love my husband so much is because I get to be my inner child. I get to be me. I'm sometimes bratty and I'm sometimes mature. It depends on the day. But he knows how I am. You know what I mean? So I just love that for you guys, that you are genuinely seeing I deserve to be around these people that love me, that care about me. Sorry, I had like 2 interruptions. My husband was literally trying to call as I was talking about him. I swear, like, when you meet the people that you're supposed to be around, you have like telepathy, for real. Because I was literally thinking about Chandler earlier and it was 11:11 and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm leaving this appointment right now. Like, and I was just thinking of you. I hope you're doing okay. And he's like, I was just thinking about you. And I was like, anyways, you guys deserve to be a prince. You deserve to be this princess you never got to be before. You have always been royalty. And it's almost like you were in exile for so long. And all these people are like not willing to admit that you were this person. You're like, no, I'm so-and-so. And they're like, you're not so-and-so. And you're like, but I am. Bestie, I'm telling you, this is going to be one of your most historical seasons because you are going to pivot like a gangster, okay? You are going to pivot like a spiritual warrior. You have all of the wisdom that you kind of need for right now. Now it's time to be the baby. It's time to be the star. It's time to be embraced by the universe. So it's a lot of divine feminine energy, but remember that you are still a spiritual teacher. So you're going to be teaching others to also live a youthful life. There's certain things that you've been doing that are keeping you youthful, keeping you vibrant. It could be your workout routine. It could be the way that you're eating. It could be, I'm hearing like massage therapy, wood therapy, lymphatic massages. I'm hearing acupuncture. You're getting your steps in. I don't know what you're doing. Lemon water. There are certain things that you're doing or supplements that you're taking and just ways of thinking that it is reversing your age minus 20 years. You look like a baby. Okay, you've got that baby face. Like for me, I looked a lot older when I was in my addiction, and I feel like I look younger now. And I feel like I get to do the things that I always wanted to do that I never thought I could do because I was always like numbing things. Does that make sense? So sometimes we get into a dark season and we can't see our way out, like, oh, this is just my life and I'm never going to have anything awesome and I'm just barely getting by. But you're not barely getting by anymore. You are paving the way. You are making room for abundance to be all around you. So you are going to be abundant in friendships, in loyalty, in being helped. You maybe had to do things on your own and had to grow up at a very early age. I resonate with that. I had to grow up very fast. I had to raise myself from 6 to 11. And then I moved out at 17. I moved out very early because I just couldn't deal with it. I was like, I need to be like out of here. But it sucks that we might have had to do certain things for our protection, but we didn't get to enjoy our life. And you get to do that now. God is clearing a timeline for you to have that experience now. If you have the love of your life and the two of you had to grow up fast or have had to take care of your family, had to take care of a lot of financial issues or medical issues, this is going to be a timeline that is cleared or decluttered for you to enjoy each other's company, for you to fall in love all over again. If you guys are, gosh, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, if you guys are used to like people not helping you and you're like, I always have to do things by myself, I'm so over it. There is a timeline being cleared for you to have help restored in your life, for you to have helpful people, almost like room service or at your beck and call, things that you're just not used to. Your angels are listening and they're very close by. Affirm it below. My angels are listening and they're very close by. It's time for you to start enjoying being the star and whatever age or timeline that you would like to go back to and re-represent. You are re-representing the child in you, and your inner child is cheering you on, is rooting for you, and some other people might be upset about it, but you're going to ruffle some feathers. It might be a little obscene to them, the type of money that you spend, the way that you do things, but you're not here to offend anybody. You're just here to do you. So there are different things that you went through in your younger years that, thank goodness, those are over. So not only do you not have to go through those things again, but you can live even better now. So this message is geared towards someone that has locked up a piece of them or a part of their childhood that maybe they got bullied, or maybe you just dealt with different things that were really hard, and now some of those things are surfacing so you can fix them and also have gratitude for how good your life is about to be. There is so much divine protection around you with justice and people just acting like lunatics. This is how I know you have feathers ruffled and you haven't even started yet. People really want to big time you at this point in your life. They really want to big time you and make you feel small. But these are strangers. Okay? You're going to see one of two things. Strangers that either start running their mouth and then they see you and they're like deer in headlights, or people that are really going to try to pop off and stunt in front of you. Again, all strangers. You're going to be seeing this on the road. You're going to be seeing this in public places, on the road and in public places like the store, the pharmacy, the post office, just random weirdness of people trying to big time you. Just laugh it off because you are safe and you are protected. And these strangers around you are just losing their ish. It's not your problem. So as you're decluttering your life and making room for all of this abundance, you are crystal clear on certain inventions or ideas or things that you've wanted before, but maybe you put on the back burner. You are going to live with no regret. So you're not going to put anything else on the back burner. So that's why you're going through this time machine of, you know what, I always wanted to do that or do this as an adult. I always wanted to do this as a teenager or in my college years. I always wanted to buy this. Whatever it is that you wanted to do, you're going to start doing that now. You're activating your youthful season where you're steady sipping on the fountain of youth. You're done doubting yourself. There are going to be a lot of fake emperors, fake empresses, strangers around you that are going to try to act like they don't see you, but they're melting down. You have people crashing out, melting down, glitching, discombobulated, because you hold up this mirror of what somebody's life could be. As people are losing their mind around you, don't get distracted from what you're activating. Really remember that, because you are going to have people becoming unhinged by what they have going on because they're being put in a different category, a different hot seat. You're not on the same path. Some of these people could be loved ones and people that you warned, like, hey, I wouldn't do that. And you could have been trying to protect them through hard lessons you've seen them go through or that you have gone through yourself. But again, this is their journey and their lesson to learn. And as you kind of take your hands off the wheel, it's not so they crash and burn, but it's to show them you keep touching the oven, you're going to get burned. Keep touching the stove, bad things might happen. There's going to be a lot of I told you so moments, or where people are trying to avoid you because what you predicted came true. But you're not really concerning yourself with all of that because, again, you are on your childlike behavior. So normally I would say you're on your goat behavior, but you're going to be on your childlike behavior. And everyone that underestimated you or told you that you were never going to amount to anything, or people that just overlooked you and made you feel like you're not qualified, you're not worthy, I'm getting something about being kept a secret. You guys could have been in a relationship where somebody acted like they were ashamed of you, or they kept you a secret, or you could have just dealt with a lot of third-party situations and family circumstances or situations, and in love relationships. That will never happen to you again. On this new timeline, you get to be the full 2.0. Still the spiritual teacher, but you are now at the top of the Wheel of Fortune, and you're going to lead all black sheep, all underdogs, all ugly ducklings, and all late bloomers. You are getting ready for another level up, and everyone that put you in third-party situations or looked down on you or made you feel bad about yourself, you will never fall for that again, and you're probably not going to give them the time of day. People are just in awe of how much wisdom you have, how youthful you look, how much you're glowing, how good your life is. I'm seeing you guys are in this like protective force field. You guys are working with different crystals. You're working with the different transits. You're working with the portals. You are making, I shouldn't say making, you are taking advantage of everything around you. And everybody also has the same opportunity, but they're not doing that. You are taking advantage of the lessons that you've learned, the hard comeuppance, the school of hard knocks, and you are constantly passing each test with flying colors. I'm also seeing that wherever you work, it's very competitive, or you have people that you don't like engaging with that are always on this like pick-me behavior. Yeah, I don't know who that is. It's people that feel like they don't have the resources, they lack the resources, and I see you being really careful of those in scarcity right now. Because you just don't want to be thinking that way or trying to defend it or trying to teach. Like, you're the spiritual teacher through example, and you can't teach people that are not willing to learn or that look at it negatively. I'm also hearing like practice what you preach. There's some people that they preach that they're going to do one thing and defend and honor and blah, 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 and they don't do that. They do the opposite. So that could be really bothering you right now. But yeah, you're going to be getting a lot of attention. But as you're getting a lot of attention, as your money is shifting, my silent millionaires and soon to be silent billionaires, there's some people that are trying to act like you, but they're not getting paid. There are people that are trying to act like you, but they're not. It just doesn't make sense. Do you understand what I'm saying? These people, they're not acquainted with the facts of you in any capacity. So let's say somebody meets you and they're like, oh, they're on social media, so I'm going to act like I'm on social media, but they're not doing the same thing and they're not getting paid. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let's say you guys play a certain sport and somebody you meet's like, I'm going to play that sport too. It just doesn't make sense. People are doing things around you that don't make sense. You could be looking at it like, what? I don't understand. Another thing that's coming into your life is you are going to be getting better sleep. You're going to be communicating better, or it's going to be easier for you to communicate. You're going to be digesting food better. I just see you getting certain cheat codes or nuggets or gems dropped in front of you and you grabbing each one as it's dropped in front of you. This is also going to help you stay in this childlike wonderment. Ooh, I love that. I am ready for childlike wonderment. There is always a way. I'm catching all these jewels. I'm catching all of these gems. So somebody could say something in passing. You could hear it in the grocery aisle and you're like, oh, I actually needed to hear that right now. And then that leads to something that you really needed. Like you're listening and you're receptive. Again, if you're having a conversation with someone and they tell you something that's very useful, you're going to catch it and you're going to use it. You're utilizing all information that is coming your way. And instead of you being overwhelmed or on information overload, you're like, nope, I need that. Nope, I need that. Let me put that in my little goodie bag because I'm about to activate my wildest dreams. I'm about to activate everything I ever put on the back burner. Affirm it below. I'm about to activate everything I put on the back burner. It's giving like Ace of Wands. You are getting a new spin on how you're going to be creative. It's like being revived, being resuscitated. You know, we were talking about that before. You're like, clear. You guys are clear to leave. You are clear to be discharged. You are clear to be the fool, to be Peter Pan, to be whatever it is that you want to be, a princess, a prince. So trust your intuition, trust the things that you're hearing, know that there's always a way, and enjoy disconnecting from this BS, okay? You know that people that kind of talk crap about, oh my gosh, why are you wasting your time? Why do you do all of that? That just seems like nonsense. Why don't you just put that down? Why don't you just not work? Why don't you just like chill? You know that there's always a way and you have to be extremely disciplined to do so, but you're not trying to explain this to them. You know that there's always a way for you to manifest greatness. Affirm it below. There's always a way for me to manifest greatness. But some people are going to act like they have an axe to grind with you because you believe this. Another thing is, do not feel bad about disconnecting from drama. Do not feel bad because it's supposed to be a friend or even a lover, a loved one. Don't feel bad for disconnecting because they didn't listen to you to begin with. And now you're just going to let them kind of take the scenic route. Sometimes people need to F around and find out. They need to take the scenic route to learn. Because if they didn't want the cheat code or they didn't want to listen and they just relentlessly choose stupid decisions, then you're just going to let them. So this is your let them season as you disconnect, as you catch all of the cheat codes and put them in your back pocket, as you let out all of your dreams that you're ready to activate that have been on the back burner for so long, whether it's opening a spiritual business, getting a pet, moving, going on a staycation, just doing something for yourself. You're disconnecting from the grind, disconnecting from the hustle, the bustle, the craziness, just being a complete grown-up all the time. So yeah, it's my party, and I'll cry if I want to. I'll unalive if I want to. I'll do whatever I want to. Someone is playing in your face because you are elevating. Who is this? Someone that is not loyal. Someone that is not loyal. Okay, so a message for someone. Maybe not every, no, for maybe most of you. There's a friend or a lover that you let go of. You cut them off. They're trying to come back in, but they're being real weird about it. God is hiding you in plain sight from your enemies. But this person, they act like they're loyal, but their actions show different. They speak about loyalty. I love you. I miss you. I can't live without you. Blah, 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 blah. But they don't actually stand on that. And I don't see you giving them the opportunity to burn you again, because you know that they will. You know that they will. You might be hearing things or seeing things, getting downloads about certain people that want to come back in and play in your face. They have a different agenda. They have ulterior motives. Remember that you are the wolf, the big bad wolf of the forest. Your hearing is enhanced. Your sight is enhanced, and you're not the one. Okay? So you're going to be standing on business, and you don't care about being the bad guy right now. That's why I say prince or princess. They don't care about being the bad guy. They're like, I'm awesome. Why do I care if I'm the villain, if people don't like me? So maybe before you were like, well, let me give them a second chance. It's not right that I'm just not listening to them. No, if they're full of BS, if you're crystal clear on like, I don't really want to be around them because they have ulterior motives. This person either wants somebody that's around you. They want the lifestyle that you have. They're trying to figure out the ins and outs of what you have and why you have it, or they want your person. And I know that seems specific, but that is what I'm getting. This could be like a jealous sister-in-law. That's what it's giving. A jealous sister-in-law, a jealous brother-in-law that wants your person, or wants what your person represents, wants the values that you guys have without doing any of the work. So remember, right now you are allergic to BS. And there's going to be a whole posse of people full of it. You're disconnecting. Drop your plugs down below. They're gonna be like, oh my gosh, you're not even listening to me. You said you were going to help me. You're not helping. You said that we were going to like be good and we're not good. And you're just never going to fall for that ever again. Never going to fall for that ever again. We have the Uzi. Drop your Uzis down below. Spiritually protected. We have the Moon. I feel like there's something that you're not telling people, and I feel like it's good. Don't tell people what you're up to. Be as vague as possible for certain people that you know are trying to play in your face. Because they're coming with an intrusive monitoring type of energy, and they just want near you so they can find out more things. So anybody coming at you like that, you're like, no, I'm not going to answer the phone. I also see you interviewing new people. Like, you're letting people audition to be in your life. You are no longer just accepting whoever the frick. You're like, I'm going to make sure that they're properly vetted. I'm going to tell them all the stuff that I expect, all the stuff that I need, and we'll see if they're really up for the task. Oh, I'm seeing 11:11 on my timer. You are going to audition. You're going to start auditioning people. And like a prince or a princess, getting an assistant or a second in command, you're like, these are all the things that I need. Can you do it or can't you? So there's no like guilt. You're not. What a confirmation. Hold on. Sorry, not sorry. It might feel immature at first, but this is how you need to maneuver right now. This is what I need. This is what I expect. Can you or not? You're going to be really straightforward. Way more than normal. Your words could break bones. And so you're going to use it to be assertive. You're going to use it to bring you more wealth and abundance and stability and security. So you're going to also be looking at people like, what I did wasn't wrong. I told you what I needed. I explained that. I don't care what people think. Just unremorseful about what people think as you properly vet those that you need around you. You are activating things from the past, and you are releasing the demons, the monitoring spirits, any entities that you're just taking back your energy. And it's very unapologetic, unfazed, unbothered. You're going to be high-key amusing. People are going to be like, are they real? Is this a real person? Are they famous? Are there cameras around? People feel like you're very important and they can't believe the way that you act. The way that you act and the way that you speak is authentic to you. And people are going to be looking at that like, they can't be real. Yeah. Affirm it below. I'm real. Real recognizes real. So you're going to be high-key, Captain Obvious with your funny reactions, with being amusing, bringing the laughter and the joy back into your life, but also being unapologetic. And you being this version of yourself, unbothered, very youthful, the prince or princess of your life, you're going to feel in sync. Like everything's matching up, everything's aligning, you're catching all the jewels, all the gems, all the information, all the cheat codes. And it is going to make you famous or get you a lot of recognition. You are about to obtain recognition for being yourself. Whether this is famous, popular, social media fame, being famous on the internet. But you're going to be letting everyone know, I don't play this game. I like this over here. Like, people have not met someone like you. You're not going to deal with people that are temperamental, that pop off for no reason, that are ungrateful, that have no reason to be mad. You're not dealing with people that talk out of their behind. This is that unapologetic, I don't know who you're talking to. You're definitely not talking to me. You better talk to me nice. You are on your princess or prince goat behavior. Let's see if we got anything else. Trolls, sneaky link, cringe, and millennial. You guys could resonate with millennial or Y2K. Some people are going to try to act like what you do is cringe. People are like trying to be sneaky. They're trying to be sly. So confirmation. These are people that are your enemies or your frenemies. You've already detoxed from them. You're trying to repel them. And now you look at what they're doing is cringe. People might try to tell you that what you do is outdated. But people are going to try to intentionally upset you right now. But I feel like you're already ready. Because with all of the strangers doing this around you, you're already learning to tell them to fall back. Move. I don't care. I'm not interested. So when these trolls come in, the people that want to disrupt your life, get into petty arguments, trying to get you to have a reaction, especially on social media, especially on the internet, like people really want to upset you right now. I will. It's not going to work. I see a side hustle blowing up for someone here. Don't let anyone shade your side hustle. There is something that you're doing on the side. And you are a charmer. Hearing snake charmer. Yeah, you're really good at this, whatever this side hustle is. There are going to be a lot of people admiring you. And then others that couldn't bring you back into the drama, people that couldn't bring you back into the craziness, they're going to be replaying it over and over and over in their head like, what did I do wrong? All of this used to work and it doesn't work now. What's going on? So just be mindful of that their behavior is risky and that you were spot on. I see you guys doing a lot of self-care, seeing through people's alarming red flags, and diving into main character energy. Okay, it's giving 8 Mile. Headphones are on, you got your journal out, you're just like, I can't be bothered. Unapologetic, can't be bothered. Seeing through the red flags, decluttering. Look, the F you. I saw this little, like light that you can put up in your window when you're driving. And it has a little button remote. So you can like flip people off while you're driving. And it looks a lot like this. It's funny. Oh my gosh, look, traffic. Okay, you can literally put this on your window, like of your back seat window, And when somebody's like trying to cut you off and get all crazy, you can just, and it lights up and it's a hand and it has all these different signals and it's hilarious. You guys are about to get paid for all of the lemons that you've turned into sunshine. You are about to get paid for the things that make you happy, for the things that you're good at. It's like the people from your past are being put in exile. Like you're like, I don't do imposter syndrome anymore. I'm not going to pretend that your gaslighting is working. It's just not, it's not happening. Is there any other advice for the collective? Oh, some of these people, they could be trying to lure you in with clout. Like, oh, I do what you do. I'm just like you. Or, yeah, like they're trying to fake flex. They try to splurge to impress, but they don't have anything to back it up. So say you're looking at a vehicle, and maybe it's a luxury vehicle. And this friend of me could say, oh, I was going to buy a car like that, but they're going bankrupt, so I'm not buying that car. Do you know what I mean? Let's say you're going to buy BMW. BMW is going bankrupt. That's what I heard anyways, but I don't know if that's true. So you're like, I'm just looking at them, and they're like, yeah, I was going to buy one. I had one, and then I returned it. That's going to be another red flag. Okay, they see that you've stepped it up. You've stepped it up since y'all last hung out. Okay, we have the cute meetup, the glow up, and Google. So as you have people spiraling, you're going to be enjoying this cute life, this cute aesthetic, and this cute life. Glowing up, and everyone else that's spiraling is going to be like, oh my gosh, like, what are the symptoms? What are the side effects of being without the collective? That's how people feel. It's keeping them up at night. Your guys' next moves are keeping people up at night because they can't see in front of what you're doing. You're like 50 steps ahead of most. Okay, affirm it below. I am 50 steps ahead. Anything else? We have the snake. Be careful of the snake. They're coming. They're not even being really humble. So that's going to definitely irk you. Like, they're not even asking me nicely. They're just being weird, so I'm good. Okay. And we have claim your energy. Continue to claim your energy. You don't have to explain yourself to nobody. You're not here for the mind games. Can I have one more? I think that's it. Claim your energy and enjoy your beauty sleep. Told you guys, you're going from being kept up at night yourself to sleeping more. Better sleep, better digestion. Just enjoy this childlike behavior. Enjoy this childlike behavior. Claim that energy back to yourself because you deserve it. You're standing on business, you're standing on the truth, and you are meant to shine. You guys could be meeting someone, or they want to take you out on a cute date, or like, I don't know, somebody's meeting somebody and they're going to do something really cute for you. You guys deserve that. You are getting out of these murky waters. You're getting out of this dark rabbit hole, and you're ready to play and you're ready to shine. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this message and the story time. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to drop your favorite affirmation. Smash the you know what, hit the bell, duh. You do not want to miss out on live streams, and you need to be a subscriber to participate in the live streams. Okay, and it's the best way to support the channel for free. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you guys in the comments. If you made it all the way to the end, drop your lemons down below, because here we turn lemons into whatever the frick we want. Whatever the frick we want. Okay, all important links are down below, and I'll see you guys later. Love you. Bye.